Hi, my name is Kirsten Pellegrino, and today I'm going to be talking about social media. In my video lecture, I'm going to show you the website I created all about social media. I'm going to discuss some positive and negative impacts of social media on society. On my first page of my website, I introduced the topic of social media and what it's used for. Social media allows for easy communication with people who live far away from you. You can also express your opinions and ideas on these apps. Some of the most popular social media apps are Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. A problem with social media is that people spend too much time looking at their phone screens that they lose focus on other important things, including face-to-face relationships. On the next page of my website, I discussed the purpose of social media. Social media was designed to connect people all over the globe. Social media has completely changed society's day-to-day living. The video I'm about to show you is an interview about positive and negative aspects of social media and how people use it regularly.
Oh my god, I'm so hungry now. Look at this, it's like 8 cookie hacks. Like, Facebook's literally the best because you can find anything on
No way. I can think of cooking right now. There's all this stuff comes up. Anything.
and
it shows you beforehand.
God.
Look how good that is. It's like a middle.
Can I ask you a couple questions about social media?
Yeah, of course.
What is your favorite social media app?
I love Twitter because it's easy to communicate with my friends and there's funny videos all the time.
What do you think are some positive impacts of social media?
Well, I think it's easier to communicate with people. You're able to express yourself, and it's easy to stay in touch with people that live far away from you.
What do you think are some negative impacts?
I think, again, the communication is a negative because all the time I see people eating dinner together, but they're on their cell phones the whole time.
I definitely can agree with that. As you can see, people in this video use Instagram and Facebook to look up recipes and other interesting ideas. In the interview, we discuss how social media is beneficial, but also how it can affect social skills. This next video is a social experiment about teenagers not using anything on their phones for a week. This made some kids anxious and others relieved.
Now to our social experiment of what happens when a group of teens are challenged to unplug, giving up social media, online games, and going offline for an entire week. Lindsay Janice is here with the very brave test and the results. Good morning, Lindsay.
I'm really glad I wasn't living with one of these teens forced to give up their phone. This experiment was conducted by a parenting website designed to monitor how these kids were feeling every step of the way during their digital detox, many of them revealing just how attached they are to their phones.
I think like 90% of my friendships rely on my phone.
I use my phone a lot as a stress relief.
We're going to ask each of you to give up all the fun stuff on your phone for one whole week.
I'm crying.
I don't like it.
She Knows Media challenged 10 New York City teens to disconnect digitally for 7 days. No social media, no streaming videos, and no texting.
Your parents have all signed off on this. How does that make you feel now?
Betrayed.
Stressed.
Nervous.
When you talk about withdrawal, you look at various levels of it. So I think at one end of the spectrum, the kids who are very used to it were a little anxious, a little twitchy. And then at the other end of the spectrum is if you take it away completely, does it make somebody physically anxious? Do you see them sweating? Does their heart race?
During the week, they reported on their progress.
I've had one of those nights where I'm just like, I need my phone. I need it, I need it, I need it. So I constructed myself this. It's my fake phone.
It's actually much nicer because when we're hanging out, we're not on our phones as much.
This was a good experiment to see how people would feel without access to this type of communication. This next page of my website discusses the impacts of social media. Research shows that social media is negatively affecting young people between the ages of 14 and 24. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat have caused mental health issues in young people, including anxiety, depression, self-identity, and body image. Young women tend to compare themselves to unrealistic Photoshop bodies they see on social media applications. YouTube was the only app that had a positive impact on the mental health of young people. Another harmful effect of social media is that people spend too much time online, which could affect how much sleep they're getting. This video has articles that further discuss this topic. Social media has been beneficial for businesses and the economy. Businesses promote their products and companies through digital advertising. This image on the right shows a woman overwhelmed and frustrated by all of her apps. Like in the experiment, she may need to step back from her phone and spend some time doing other things. This next image is a chart on media impact on body image and self-esteem for adults. As you can see, most people were negatively affected, their body image, by social media. Social media has also had a large impact on our culture. People connect with others from many different countries. News is quickly spread on social media. Online shopping has increased, which has expanded international business and marketing. Some problems that have arisen in our culture are people arguing religion and political views online, children spending hours on their computer instead of playing outside, people trusting unreliable information online, and kids are being bullied. This next chart says, on a scale of 1 to 5, how much impact do you think social media has had on society in general? So with 5 being high impact, 9 out of 12 people said that social media had a high impact on society. So other than computer science, social media has impacted fitness and fashion. People blog about their diet plans and exercises on these apps. The fashion industry is growing through promoters and models on social media. On this page, I'm going to discuss the technology aspect of social media. The user interacts with the innovation social media every day. Every time people take out their phone, they're most likely communicating with others on a social media app. They can be sending someone a Snapchat to a friend, they could be Facebook messaging someone they haven't seen in months, or tagging a friend in a funny video they saw on their timeline. They could be looking at a recipe on Pinterest. With social media apps, the options are endless. Algorithms have a big play in social media. Social media platforms run on these algorithms. Facebook uses social media algorithms because they are such a big platform. Facebook changes their algorithms often, making competition between marketers and everyone else. Facebook algorithms are designed for people to see things that only apply to their life. On the next page, I'm going to be discussing the relationship to data. Social media not only consumes plenty of data, but it also produces it. This image shows how much data is generated every minute on social media outlets. Social media consumes a lot of data. Believe it or not, if you spend an hour a day on social media over a cellular network, you can be using 2.7 gigabytes of data a month. On this page, I have all the articles and resources I used to find my research. Many of these articles were very helpful, but I found this article to be where I found most of my information, and it discusses the impact on teens, mental health, and many other things. I added a couple different things to make this website a little interesting to look at. I used Pixlr to create my banner that is on the top of all my pages. I used EasyGIF to create my animation. I used my CSS style sheet to decorate my website, including changing the background color and the border of all my pages. I added padding and margins to make every page visually appealing. I edited each HTML page using File Manager. Using HTML allowed me to make my own website. Thank you for watching.